Hello everybody, today was supposed to be about me taking the tank off and flushing it out as per an earlier video. To do that I've bought some Evaporust. At the same time as doing that, there are under the tank there are some rubber relay holders that were starting to perish. I'm going to change those and also take the valve cover off and check out the valves, make sure the shims are okay, the valves are alright, the gaps are alright, and also renew the gasket on there, which I think has gone a bit hard and is starting to weep some oil from the sides, and also renew the four seals on the bolts that hold the valve cover on. While I was doing that, I normally swap over to another bike, which in this case as a rider would be a Honda Blackbird, and both bikes are on tender to keep the batteries topped up, and I'll start them about once every month. However, the last time I come to start the Blackbird, he didn't want to go. That will now produce another video about that, sorting out why it doesn't want to go. Due to that, I'm going to have to postpone doing the work on the Triumph because it is due to have its annual MOT test, which is, for people outside the UK, is a test that's done on machines that are less than 40 years old, because if they're over 40 years old they can be classed as historic, don't need annual tests, and you don't pay tax to put them on the road. This however is not that old, so therefore it does need a test every year to make sure that it's safe, brakes are okay, chains are alright, adjusted, lights work, usual sort of stuff. So as I've got to take that in, the only thing I'm going to do today is do some work on the turn light connectors. Right, the turn light connectors at the front of the bike are cable tied onto the main wiring. I'll point out on the far side, you can see the connector cable tied there, and on this side of the bike I've cut the cable tie, you can see it just there dangling. Whether this is a standard connector and is how they come out of the factory, I have no idea. I do know that is not supposed to be used, as far as I'm concerned, externally. It's got no waterproofing in it at all and has caused problems in the past. So therefore, as I've got no intention of changing the turn signals at the front, I'm quite happy with them the way they look. Those connectors are going to be removed, and I'm going to solder through, so there'll be no connector there at all. First thing to do is to separate the connector, and so that there's a little tab on this one, so you just push it in and that should come out then. As you can see at the back, water can run straight down there and has done, and that side as well. I've been checked with the connector before I removed it. The green wire goes to the white and the black wire goes to the, I think it's either white and black or yellow and black. Now to put on the string sleeve before I start doing anything else. Okay, that's out the way. Right, let's strip the wires. Okay, stripping the wires. Okay. Okay, what I've done now is, you can see that I've splayed the wires out on both sides. What I'm going to do is intertwine the wires, yeah, and then twist them round. Now I went to try and twist around. It's not the brilliant best thing I've ever done, but, and I've also put the sleeve on the long side, ready to shrink down once I've soldered that. Okay, solder iron's up to temperature, just in the end. Yeah, that's okay. Solder one side. And suddenly see the solder running to the wire. Let the solder cool down before we try and put the sleeve on, because that can be an absolute pain. If it's a little bit sticking out like that and you can't get to it, I suggest you just snip it off. Okay. Right. I'll just run the solder, on the side of that, just to start to bring it to shrink. Take it away. Put it safe. That's that one done. Okay. Second wire in place now. Use a slightly bigger sleeve on this one. The other one's a bit tight. Again, just touch some fresh solder onto there. And it should run down like that quite easy. If you've got any big blobs, try and take them off. Okay, take it away. Cool it down. Okay, put the sleeve over. Just going to bring the iron up just to start to bring the sleeve in a bit. Okay, that should be enough. I'll put the iron away safe. Okay, the job now is to put the main sleeve, shrink wrap sleeve, over those two. It should just go, but it's going to be tight, okay? Right, next stage is to bring that shrink down. You can use an hot air gun. It's a bit fierce, so I tend to use just a hairdryer to protect some of the other parts. I use some silver foil. Obviously this is going to get a bit noisy now, so what I'll do is, that's the start, just put that on. Just take it easy, take it slow. It's the ends really you need to concentrate on, because if there's going to be any leakage, that's where it's going to be. So I'm going to pause while I continue to do that. Okay, once that's all done, shrunk down, next thing is to get the cable ties out and just tie it up out the way. And at least it looks a bit neater than having that white one, which is prone to water ingress. Best thing to do now is just test the indicator to make sure everything's okay. So we'll try that. Yeah, that's fine. So cable tie everything up and we're done.